All right, okay. So whenever you see addition formula, right, you must know how to identify them. Then you can attempt the question. So sometimes you cannot do addition formula, right? It's because you don't know when to use addition formula. So let's see the different types of question whereby you need to use addition formula, okay? The first one is when they give you something, but the angle, right, is not your special angle. Brian, can you name me your 5 special angles?
30,
0, 30, very good.
7, 50,
45,
45, 90.
okay, very good. And 60. All right.
Uh,
So what you're trying to do is 75 is not a special angle. So what you need to do, you need to plus minus this angle to get 75. So what plus what or what minus what gives you 75?
30 plus 45.
Yes, very good. So cotangent is tangent, right? So I change to tangent first, 1 over tangent, 30 plus 45. Am I right when I write like that? Cotangent is 1 over tangent.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So to expand this, we cannot just say tangent 30 plus tangent 45. We need to use addition formula. So can you see that for tangent addition formula is a fraction?
Yeah.
Okay, if this one is plus, then this is minus. So now you have 1 over tangent, right? So what we do is we flip this fraction. Yes, very good. So it's 1 minus tangent 30 tangent 45 over tangent 30 plus tangent 45. That's it. Okay, then can you help me? You know what is tangent 30, tangent 45? Okay, you know the worksheet that we used last lesson? The Trigo worksheet. Can you take out the first page has all your special angles? Then you can submit.
Tangent 30
Is
is
1 over?
square root 3 over.
Yes, 1 over square root 3. Or square root 3 over 3, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
this tangent 30. What's tangent 45?
Tangent 45 is 1.
Very good. You're going to sub into everything, okay? Try. All right, so you have 1 minus 1 over square root 3 times 1 over 1 over square root 3 plus 1, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so we have 1 minus 1 over square root 3. When we have fraction in a fraction, we change the longest line to divide. Okay, always do that. Fraction in a fraction, you change longest line to divide. Then you make denominator the same. Why you make denominator the same? Because we want to change these two into 1. Okay, so square root 3 minus 1 over square root 3 divide by 1 plus, this is times square root 3 times square root 3, so 1 plus square root 3 over square root 3. So far, okay, right?
Yep. And
Okay, then once you make into fraction, divide by fraction, what do you do?
can just
Divide
get
must
minus
change. Yes, divide must change to what?
times.
Yes, then you?
Flip it.
Yes. Okay, then you left square root 3 minus 1 over square root 3 plus 1. But why the answer cannot keep into like that?
Let's rationalize.
Yes, very good. So square root 3 plus 1 must times what?
Minus 1.
Square root 3 minus 1. Very good. Square root 3 minus 1. So can I let you expand?
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, do you get the answer? 2 minus square root 3.
Yeah.
Okay, then, okay, the next one, they asked me to show that cosecant square is equals to 4 cotangent 75. So from here, what we can do is, okay, for part 2, you see cosecant square, you see cotangent. Maybe they link. So to know if something square link with the other one, we use the formula here. Okay, we use the formula here. Can you see that cosecant square equals to 1 plus cotangent square?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I say that cosecant square 75 is equals to 1 plus cotangent square 75?
Yeah.
Okay, say again. Cosecant square 75 is 1 plus 10. Cotangent square 75. So slowly, okay, since I already know that cotangent 75 is 2 minus square root 3, I just change this to 2 minus square root 3 whole thing square. Okay, so we got 1 plus, expand, 4 minus 4 square root 3 plus 3. We have 8 minus 4 square root 3. We take out 4. You get 2 minus square root 3. And what is 2 minus square root 3? Cotangent
Um,
75.
yeah.
Okay, so we change it to cotangent 75. The answer already lah.
Okay.
Okay, then the next one, I want you to show cosine 75. So again, 75 is 30 plus 45. What must you use to expand that?
The addition formula.
Yes, very good. So for part 3 and 2 part 1, can you help me do and take a picture and send me? Same method.
Okay.
Okay. Brian, okay?
Yeah, but I cannot get the bottom, the square root two. I got two, but I never get like square root two. I got the top.
Let me see. Mm. Oh, you went to cancel away. That's why. When you have fraction times fraction, you cannot cancel. You must top times top, bottom times
Bottom.
bottom. So
But if I do that,
yes.
I also cannot get. I get square root four over four.
Okay, wait. So you get square root 3 over 2, square root 2 over 2 minus half, and square root 2 over 2, right? So you
Yes.
get top times top, bottom times bottom, top times top, bottom times bottom. Then you have, you take out square root 2, then square root 6, you take out square root 2 is square root 3 minus 1 over 4. So what you can do here, right? Since you want square root 2 at the bottom, you times square root 2, you times square root 2. So square root 2 times square root 2 is 2, correct?
Oh yeah.
Then see, get it ready.
Um.
Then cancel, cancel, shown.
Um.
Okay? Yeah, just add in whatever you want. Whatever you times to the bottom, you times to the top. Okay? But here cannot cancel. You can only factorize if you want. Take out. Okay? Try the next one. So sine 15. So 15 is what? You must use your special
25
angle.
minus 30.
Yes, very good. Okay, try. Okay, Brian? Can?
Teacher, the teacher Elita asked me to join our formula class at 1 p.m.
Our
Am I
formula
supposed to go?
class.
I don't think I'm going to go.
You got our formula class today.
I don't think so. I
Oh
think I have
yeah.
additional formula today.
You got our formula too. I think you signed up for both accidentally. Wait lah, let me see. No wonder I confused. Wait lah. Let me check again lah.
Okay.
Oh, Brian, I know already. You sign up for addition formula. Then I ask you for you. Then you tell me that you want to do R. Hey, you sign up for addition and R, but R you cannot make it, right?
I'm not sure.
Then R you cannot make it, so we change it to today. But then I forgot that you got addition. That's why. That's why there's a cock up. Okay, never mind, never mind. Tell you what. Every Monday you got class. You got school, is it?
Yeah.
21st you got school. But then you got. You can't make it. Any Tuesday to Wednesday. Wait, let me see. Tuesday, I got class also. Oh no, my class back all the way. Okay. Wait, Brian, when school you open, you still got CCA, no?
Don't have already.
Don't have already. So you can
Yeah.
come back for makeup for our formula.
Okay.
Okay, then I help you tell Alita.
Okay.
Okay. You continue doing first. Can you do the what?
I got until like halfway.
You got start or you still can continue?
I can't solve the last part. Like I don't know how to take out the two.
Wait you got sine, not sine 40, sorry. Sine 60 minus 45. You got sine A cosine B minus cosine A sine B, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sine 60 is very good.
No,
Wait, you.
I use 45 minus 30.
Oh, okay, can also.
Yeah.
Sine 45 minus 30 is sine 45 cosine 30 minus cosine 45 sine 30. So square root 2 over 2. This is square root 3 over 2 minus. Your sine 30 wrong. You put cosine 45 sine 45. It's cosine 45 sine 30 is half. Top times top, bottom times bottom.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, okay, combine.
Yeah, carry.
Okay, can ready,
Yes,
So, all right, got it,
I got it.
Okay, then they say hence find cosine 15. So how to link sine 15 and cosine 15? Okay, remember we can use any formula, but remember what is sine 2a? Sine 2a is 2 sine a cosine a. Very good. So sine 2a, if a is 15, 2a will be what?
30.
30. Very good. So 2 sine 15 cosine 15. So cosine 15 Sine 30 is half, right? So half
Yeah.
divide by 2 sine 15. Okay, so this one and this one cancel. This one is I put in a square root 3 minus square root 2. Then what must you do here?
Rationalize.
Yes, very good. Can you help me? Habis dah letak lah.
Okay.
Okay, Brian can?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Next one. All right. Continue, okay? So same thing, help me find tangent 15 first. I will help you with part 2. Okay, Helita say okay already. 吓到我。 Brian, you solve tangent 15
Yeah,
already.
it's 12 and minus 6, right?
12 and minus 6.
And I solve like I take out 6. Then become 2 minus square root 3 over 1.
Okay.
Then I
Can you show
times
me
it.
your working?
Okay.
Hmm. Oh, Brian, you got 6 at the bottom, right? You put as 1.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I take out for the whole thing. Like,
No, cannot. You must take out from the top only, and then you can cancel the bottom like that. Show you.
oh, okay.
Okay, I send you already. So the 6 at the bottom, right? You must leave it. Okay, you factorize 6 on top, you have 6 at the bottom, then you cancel.
Okay.
Okay, then you get it, exam. Careful.
Yeah.
So next one, now you want to show sine square 15. So if you want to show sine square 15, let's see how does sine got to do with tangent. Is sine square linked to tangent? No, right? There's nothing, right? Because tangent only linked to 1 over cosine square.
Yeah. Can
Okay,
sine over cosine?
sine square over cosine square, then you get tangent. Then you must find cosine square 15. So what you can do is we can use cosine double angle formula. Can you remember cosine 2a is 1 minus 2 sine square a, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so cosine 2a will be cosine 30, right? If a is 15, so is 1 minus 2 sine square 15. So now we try to make that the subject. So 2 sine square 15 is 1 minus cosine 30 is what?
Cosine 30 is square root 3 over 2.
All right, square root 3 over 2. So now we have sine square 15 is 2 minus square root 3 over 4. Am I right? Because this is 2 over 2. So 2 minus square root 3 over 2 divided by 2 is 2 minus square root 3 over 4.
Yeah.
Okay, and what is 2 minus square root 3? 2 minus square root 3 is tangent 15. Okay, so this whole thing I changed to tangent 15. You get 1 over 4 tangent 15. This one, change to this one. Okay, so this one is hard, right? Because you must make use of your double angle formula and all of your formulas here to try to get to what they want you. There's no one formula. I'm pretty sure that there's still a few more solutions. Okay, this is just one of them. So as long as you can make, can really. So you must remember, okay, your cosine double angle formula and your sine double angle formula. Then it will be easier for you to do proving questions.
Okay.
Okay. Next one, cosecant. Can I let you do it? Last one already. Cosecant is 1 over what?
1 over sine.
1 over sine. So 105 can split to what?
Um,
Okay, must use your special angle.
45 plus 60.
Very good. 45 plus 60. Okay, cut. Continue. Last one, finish ready. The picture send me, okay?
Okay.
Hmm. Brian 可以吗？
I start at 1 1 part.
Show me.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. Square root 2 plus square root 2 is, you treat square root 2 as x. X plus x is 2x, right? So square root
Yeah.
2 plus square root 2 is 2 square root 2.
Okay.
Okay, then let me see. Okay, then one part wrong. At the right at the top, right, your second row, sine 60 is square root 3 over 2. You put half.
Oh, okay.
Then you will get square root 6 over 4. Okay. Okay, bye.
So I got like that.
Okay. Then you must rationalize. Wait,
So I don't solve it first. I rationalize first.
So you will have 4 over square root 2 plus square root 6, right? Then you times log square root 2 minus square root 6. Square root 2 minus square root 6. So you have 4 square root 2 minus square root 6. A plus b, a minus b is a squared minus b squared. So 2 minus 6 is minus 4.
Yeah.
So minus, you get minus square root 2 minus square root 6. Flip. They want you to factorize square root 2. Then you get answer.
Yep, got it.
All right, okay, great. This is the first type. Now, the second type is your triangular question. Remember, if I give you one trigo, you must find the other trigo. We must do what?
The bank of ruler.
You must draw triangle. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. So draw triangle, then you must identify where is the triangle. If A and B are in the same quadrant, which quadrant are they both in? Sine, negative,
Sine negative
tangent.
is third and fourth.
Fourth, right? Very good. So both is in the fourth quadrant. Then you draw your triangle in the fourth quadrant. This one, before I can find what is A and B, what must I do to this thing?
Use the bank of ruler.
Use addition formula and then you
Oh yeah,
expand,
addition,
right?
correct.
Okay, very good. Now can you try question 5? So now you know every time when I give you trigo, you find another trigo, you draw triangle. But before you can use your triangle, you must expand first. Then you can put your values in.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try. Brian, how's your other subject? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Only math.
Like what? I mean, okay.
Your E-math okay?
Yeah.
So your E-math how?
Even I haven't seen the paper. I don't know. When I do, I thought it was okay. I don't know.
You
Maybe
mean
the
the E-math
paper
paper?
two, A math. Paper one, I
E-math you
think
think
is
quite
fine.
okay? Really?
I think the paper one not bad, but I don't know my paper two. How? I think the paper two quite bad lah.
Paper 2 why bad? Because of which
Like,
chapter you remember?
mm, I can do all the like this addition formula one. I can do the questions
Mm-hmm.
most of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just those binomial question I cannot do.
Binomial you cannot do. That day did you join binomial which one?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. Okay, let
Like
me
those set
recall your
three one,
binomial.
I cannot do.
Oh yeah, your binomial, yes. Correct. You and Kenneth. But one question will not affect so much. Binomial only like 10 marks. You still got 90 marks.
They give a lot of binomial question. I think
They give you a lot binomial.
quite a lot.
The chapters they test until where area?
Oh, I not sure. But only got one differentiation question. The whole paper only got one.
Don't no integration.
Don't have. They never teach it. They
No
haven't even
wonder.
complete differentiation in my school.
Haven't complete then now until where?
I think they had d square y dx square. Then
You mean they only at this square y dx square?
they haven't even
No
start
wonder you need to go
integration.
back to school on Monday.
Yeah, we need to go back a lot. Yeah, the teacher very slow because the teacher always
That's
never
too
come before.
slow. Then by the time you finish, it's August. That's like right before your prelim.
Yeah, so like everybody go tuition and never go for teacher.
Oh dear. Okay, at least I went for tuition. You got problem doing, let me know.
Okay. Try solve both.
Great. I see. Sammy? Well done. Okay, next one. Next one, same thing. I know you can find the quadrant. I just want to go through part two, then you can finish part one and part two. So if we see here part two, right, you know that is cosecant. Okay, so cosecant is what? Cosecant is 1 over.
One side.
Yes, 1 over sine b minus 90. Okay, there's two ways to do it. Number one, you can use addition formula to expand this. Number two, we can make use of our sine 90 minus theta is cosine theta. So first, I can take out the negative from the bracket. I can flip it. Okay, so you know that sine negative theta is negative sine theta. So what we do, we take out the negative. Okay, the only trigo that the negative is absorbed is cosine. So cosine negative theta is just cosine theta. So now we take out the negative. 90 minus b. See the negative I take out. Sine 90 minus theta is cosine theta. So cosine theta we have here. So you know your cosine b is here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can just copy now. Minus 7 over 25. You left 25 over 7. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, then you do part A for me. Brian can?
Yeah.
Done already?
Not yet.
Okay.
I get 64 over 1023.
Okay, come, I see.
Okay.
So tangent B is negative. Tangent B is 7 over 24, right? Okay, because sine negative, cosine negative, it is in the third quadrant. So third quadrant, if
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
just going
A,
through the
then this one is what?
40
41 square minus 9 square. Yeah, 40, right? But this one also negative. So
Yeah.
negative, negative become positive. So,
And that's what I did at first also, but it's like wrong.
okay, tangent A
Then I
minus
change the
B,
negative sign.
tangent A minus tangent B over 1 plus tangent A, tangent B. So tangent A is 9 over 40. Tangent B is cosine is A over H, 124 minus minus. So cosine B is 24. Sorry, tangent B is 24 over 7 divided by 1 plus 9 over 40, 24 over 7. Can help me see where went wrong? I think it's your O. Tangent is O over A. You put A over O. For tangent B is 24 over 7. Ah, okay. And then right, you must put a bracket here. You didn't put bracket.
Okay.
Okay, then you try one more time, you should get it. Have. Have or not?
Yeah, can.
Okay, correct. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Okay, this one, you confirm have to expand the bracket. Okay, so we expand first. Cosine A plus B is cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. Then this one you have cosine A cosine B plus sine A sine B. So what I can do is I can put the 3 inside. So we have 3 cosine A plus 3, and then cosine one side, sine one side. So minus 2 sine, minus 2 cosine A cosine B equals to 4 sine A sine B. Okay, right. What do you know? They give you tangent, right? So you use that as a clue. What do you know about tangent? Tangent is
So cosine.
sine over cosine, right? So both sides I divide by cosine A, cosine B. At the other side, I divide by the same thing. Whatever you do on the left side, you do on the right side. So you divide by yourself, no more, you left minus 2. Sine divided by cosine is tangent. So tangent A. Sine B over cosine B, tangent B. So you know that tangent A is minus 5 over 2. Then if you bring over, tangent B is 1 over 5. So what you want to find? You want to find
Then
cotangent B. So
it's
cotangent
5
B,
over.
yes, cotangent B is 1 over tangent B, which is 5. Got it. Nice. Okay, can?
Yeah, can.
Okay, but I give you 5 minutes break. You come back by 1:28. We continue with the next part, okay?
Okay.
Brian, you back?
Yep.
Okay, let's start. Okay, next one, right? Whenever they say they want proving, okay, every time when you see proving question, you look at the angle. In this case, okay, it's 3 theta. So whenever you see, right, the theta is 3 theta, 5 theta, you know that this one we must use addition formula. If you see half A, 2A, 4A, then we use double angle formula. So the rule about addition formula is that, right, A and B cannot be the same. You cannot split it like that. So it must have A, in this case, we have theta plus cosine 3 theta is cosine theta plus 2 theta. Then we just try to split. So we have cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. Okay. Then slowly you look at your right hand side. Can you see that the right hand side is just theta? There's no 2 theta. So what must you do to 2 theta?
Must split again.
You must split 2 theta, right? So how to change 2 theta to theta? We use what?
Double angle formula.
Double angle formula. So very good. So you got cosine theta. Okay. You want everything here to be in cosine, right? So every time when you have cosine double angle formula, there's 3 formulas. You use the one that only has cosine. Sine 2 theta, no choice. There's only one formula. So we just use that one formula. Then you have 2 cosine 3 theta minus cosine theta minus 2 cosine theta sine square theta. So not done yet. There's still another sine square here, right? We need to change everything to cosine. How to change sine square to cosine?
There's the sine
Co
square plus cosine square equals 1.
so sine square is?
Sine square is 1 minus cosine square.
Very good. 1 minus cosine square theta. Okay, then we slowly expand. You can see, okay. Minus cosine theta minus 2 cosine theta plus 2 cosine cube theta. 2 plus 2, 4. All right, shown. Done?
Yep.
All right, okay. Make smaller. Okay, that is for part 1. Now we look at part 2. When they say when it's part 2, you know that this one may got to do with this one. So can you see that this look exactly the same as this?
Yeah.
Same, so I change it to cosine 3 theta. This one at the bottom, I shift to the other side. Okay, this look like something. Can you spot? What does this look like?
Sine 2A.
Yes, very good. So sine 2A is 2 sine A cosine A. I split the 2 out so you can see properly. So just now, sine 2A cosine, so sine 2 sine A cosine A is sine 2A, right? So if A is 3 theta over 2, what is 2A?
Uh,
2
theta.
times this? Yes, very good. So this is 2 sine 3 theta. Okay, not done yet. Now they ask me to solve all the angle between minus pi over 2 and pi. To solve, right, to solve for theta, we need to find basic angle and find quadrant. But before we can do that, I must have only one trigo. Now I got cosine and sine. How?
Can change it from
Okay, whenever you have cosine and sine, you divide by cosine because sine divided by cosine becomes what?
tangent.
Very good. Can you see? Now we left tangent. So tangent 3 theta equals to half. Then the angle here is 3 theta. You must be careful, okay? This one I will go through this Saturday. So angle between these, right? Every time when they give you this is called the domain. So the domain here, right, is just x is, okay, when they use the word between, there's no equal sign. If they use the word between and inclusive, then there's equal sign. Okay, but I don't, sorry, this one not x, this is theta. But I don't want theta, I want 3 theta. So everything
Times 3.
times 3, yes, very good. 3 theta, 3 pi. Okay, so after I find tangent the subject, I can find basic angle, I can find quadrant. So can you tell me this one basic angle, what is it?
Um, 26.565.
Okay, but this one is in degree mode or radian mode.
Oh, that's really, yeah, I change.
Okay,
0.4636.
sorry, 0 point.
0.4636.
You divide by pi, see whether can live in pi form.
Is 0.1475.
Cannot, ah.
Yeah.
So we just leave it in decimal, okay? But since this one is in decimal, right? My domain, I try to keep it in decimal also so that I know where to stop. So can you make key minus 3 pi over 2 in the calculator?
Okay.
Mhm.
Minus 3 pi over 2 is minus 4.7123.
Okay, then what is 3 pi?
9.4247.
Thank you. Okay, so this one is your domain. Later when we solve, we must keep it to this one. So now we can start solving already. After we find basic angle, we find quadrant. Tangent positive. So first and third quadrant. Okay, then this is 3 theta, correct?
Yeah.
You cannot put theta here, cannot. This is 3 theta. The angle 3 theta, you copy the same 3 theta here.
Okay.
Then first quadrant is just alpha. What is third quadrant?
The quadrant is 180 plus the basic angle.
Okay, but this one radian. So you take
2 over 3 pi.
take 2 pi. Okay.
Oh,
So cause 3 6 sorry, you take pi plus this one. Okay, because 180 is
yeah.
pi. So pi plus this one is what?
5 plus 2 is 3.605.
Okay, very good. So not done yet. When you are here, right, these are your quadrant value. You must plus minus quadrant value to get everything here. So let's see, okay? This one, when you minus 2 pi, is too small already because 2 pi is 6 point something. So too small. This one, you minus 2 pi. You can only plus minus 360 for degree or 2 pi for radian. So this one minus 2 pi, you try.
Minus 2.678.
Okay, minus 2.678 still can. So now after we minus 2 pi, we can try to plus 2 pi. So maybe this one plus 2 pi, you try.
6.7467.
Okay, 467. Okay. This one you plus 2 pi.
Um, 9.888.
Okay, too big already, out of domain. So cannot already. So once you're done, everything you can divide by 3. Only when you find all the value, then you go on to the last step, which is to find theta. Okay. Done already?
Yep, I got all the values.
Very good. Okay. Now I let you try. Okay, you try 9 and 10. See whether you can do.
Okay.
Brian can?
I still doing the first.
Okay. Start, let me know.
Which I never do it.
Cannot get it?
Yeah.
When I see, Ollie, I'm doing question 9, okay?
Okay.
And okay, let's see here. So whenever they say show, right, you can only start from one side. So we start from this side. You don't have to copy this end already. Okay, we only start from one side. So we can start from right hand side. Cosine 3x, we know that all of the angles we must change to 2x and x. So we use addition formula. Then we can split cosine A, cosine B minus sine A, sine B. Then you can see, okay, the angle sum is x, sum is 2x, so it's okay, but everything, all of the trigo function is in sine. So we must change all of the sine, all of the cosine to sine. So cosine 2x, I can change to 1 minus 2 sine square x. Okay, expand, you get your cosine x minus 2 sine square x cosine x minus sine 2x sine x minus cosine x. Okay, then once we reach here, cosine x and minus cosine x can cancel. We are almost there. Okay, so let's see. I want minus 2 sine 2x sine x minus 2 sine 2x sine x. Okay, so I must slowly change this one to this to sine x and sine 2x. So let's see. This part here, if I were to take out sine, negative sine x, I will have 2 sine x cosine x. So what do you guys know about sine 2x? Sorry, 2 sine x cosine x. 2 sine x cosine x is, Ryan?
Sine 2x.
Okay, so I got minus sine x, minus sine 2x sine x, minus sine 2x sine x. They are both the same thing. It's like minus a minus a. So minus a minus a is minus 2. Okay. Shown. Okay. When you're done copying, can you help me put a thumbs up? Thank you. Okay, then the next part, after we are done with showing, every time trigo question is always show, prove, and then solve. So the next part, when they ask me to solve, I can make use of my part one. Can you see that this is exactly the same as this? So we can change it to the right hand side. So minus 2 sine 2x sine x equals to sine 2x. The major mistake here is if you go and divide sine 2x away. Cannot divide away. Okay, you need to everything bring one side equals to 0 and you factorize. Okay, never divide away unless you got no choice. You got cosine x equals to 2 sine x, like that. Both sides can divide by cosine. You can change it to tangent. But everything else, right, you cannot go and anyhow divide a trigo function. So we must factorize. You got minus 2 sine x minus 1 equals to 0. So it's either sine 2x equals to 0 or sine x equals to minus half. This equals to 0 or this equals to 0. Okay, once you make a trigo function the subject like that, sine 2x equals to 0, sine x equals to minus half, you don't have to specially change the angle to x. Still can solve. Okay, so let's see. Same thing, once a trigo function is a subject, you can find basic angle, you can find quadrant. So basic angle here, this one is in degree mode. Okay, Brian, so I think your calculator is in radian. Help me change back to degree. Then if sine is equals to 0 or any trigo function equals to 0, it is all right? All quadrant. So same thing here, we find basic angle, sine inverse, half, okay, don't put negative, you get 30. So sine negative is third and fourth quadrant. Okay, so after trigo the subject, find basic angle, find quadrant, find basic angle, find quadrant. Just be careful, this is 2x, this is x. So here you put 2x equals to, here you put x equals to. Be careful. Okay, so all quadrant is 0, 180, and 360. Can we stop here? Not sure yet. You must look at your domain. Okay, this domain is meant for x. Your angle is 2x. So you must change the domain here. Everything times 2. I write here, I got no space. Okay. Now, as you can see, right, your domain, sorry, there is 2x. Your domain for 2x, right, is between 0 to 720. Inclusive or 0? No, non-inclusive. So, we must reject this value, right? But before you reject, cannot reject yet. These are your quadrant value. Quadrant value means you get it because of your quadrant. So quadrant value always don't reject first. You can plus minus 360 of your quadrant value to see if you can derive other values. Okay, so quadrant value don't reject until the final. This one I shift one side first, no space. Okay, 0 plus 360, still 360. Everything here cannot minus 360 because your smallest is 0. You get minus, then you get negative already. So cannot. We can everything plus 360. 0 plus 360 is 360. Leave it. 180 plus 360 is 540. 360 plus 360 is 720. But don't need to write. Why? Because 720 is not inclusive. So don't need. Okay. Then after you find all the value that you want, then you go and reject your quadrant value and then find for x. Okay, same thing for the next one. Next one is just XO. It's just 210 and 330. So you have your 5 values, remember? Every time when you do trigo, therefore, x equals 2. Write them in ascending order. Okay, so every time, right, in the exam, you just have to, A math is very systematic. Okay, just tell yourself, how can I make one trigo the subject? And then once you make the trigo the subject, find alpha, find quadrant, and then find x. If the angle is not just x or theta, change the domain, find all of the value by adding or subtracting 2 pi or 360. Find all the value already. Last step is to find for x. A math very systematic. Okay, if you can remember the steps, everything is very easy. Okay, so now we try. Again, same type of question is proving, then solving. Okay, this is under addition formula, so confirm it to use addition formula. If you can't tell, it's just look at the angle. Okay, when you see 3a or 3 theta, it's definitely addition formula. So sine a plus 2a. Continue from here. Now you try. Okay, every time when you do proving, try to make number 1, the angle the same first, then number 2, make the trigo function the same. Okay, so try to get A first, everything A, then you try to make everything sine. Always go with the angle first. I give you 5 minutes, Ken. By 2 o'clock, see whether you can solve. If you prove already, you can take pictures, send me. Yeah? Ollie, just nice. Question 12 onwards is a hard question. Okay. Okay, the questions that we do in the workshop, right? Some of them will repeat in one of the revision book that I will be giving you. Inside have all the chapters. So you don't have to go and do everything, all of the addition formula. Those that we did here already, you can skip. Okay, unless you want to practice one more time. Okay, 3 more minutes. Sorry, 2 more minutes. Let me try. Okay. Okay, good, Ollie. Can continue with part B. Yeah, Brian, you stuck?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's do together. You got sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B, right? Then, two things we need to change. We need to make the angle the same and then the trigo the same. Do you remember which one first? We start by the angle or start by making the trigo the same?
Uh, I
Make
think
the angle the same, okay? Make the angle the same first. How to change 2A to A?
we use 2 cosine squared
Okay,
for the
so
cosine.
yes, we use double angle formula, right? So we want to make the trigo the same as well. So you change to 1 minus 2 sine square or 2 cosine square minus 1.
2 cosine squared minus 1.
Okay, no, we change to sine because see, everything must be in sine. Okay, so we change to 1 minus 2 sine square A. Okay, so once we change ready, next part. Next part, I got no choice. Sine 2A, there's only one formula, right? So we just continue. Cosine A times 2 sine A cosine A. Then expand sine A minus 2 sine cube A plus 2 sine A cosine square A. Okay, so what can we say? Now, everything, all the angle the same, we get what we want. Second thing, we must make all of the trigo the same. So what's the only thing that we need to change right now?
Oh,
We change cosine, okay? Because everything is in terms of sine. Can you see?
yeah.
Okay, then we change cosine. So cosine square A is what? You remember one.
1 minus sine squared.
1 minus sine square A, very good. So remember, guys, every time try to make angle the same first, then try to make trigo the same. Once you make angle and trigo the same, most of the time you get it ready. Okay, so 3 sine A minus 4 sine cube A shown. Okay, now next part. Hence means this has got to do with the one on top. Brian, can you see the similarity between this one and this one?
Thanks.
Times 2, right? So you
Yeah.
times 2 on the left side, you times 2 on the right side as well, right?
Yeah.
So this whole thing I changed to 2 sine 3A. So 2 sine 3A equals to 1. Okay, so I must make the trigo the subject. Then what must I do, Brian?
So use addition formula.
Now don't need already. Don't need
One
already.
to
We
find
now we
basic
solve,
angle.
find basic angle. Very good. Okay, so sine inverse half equals to 30. Okay, so remember when we are solving, as long as we can make a trigo the subject, don't need to do addition formula already. We can just go ahead and solve. Find basic angle, sine positive, I know that is first and second quadrant. So 3A is equals to 30 and 150. Only what must I do next after I find my quadrant value?
You check the domain, then you times 3, then you add 360.
Very good. Okay, so I change the domain, everything times 3. So everything can plus minus 360, but I can't minus because the smallest is 0. So everything you keep adding 360. And then once you find all the value, you can continue adding 360 until you get all the value within your domain, and then you find for A. Can both of you do that and take a picture, send me? Very good. Okay, both of you got it. Nice. Next one. Okay, before I move on to question 12, right? Question 12 is a bit of an advanced question already. So just before I move on to the advanced one, can you try one last time? See whether you can do this. Proving and then solving. This one is the most common O-level question. So not likely that they will come out one more time, but they may if they want to make the paper easy. Okay, so try one last time. Same thing. In this case, it's easy because everything is just in terms of tangent. So once you use addition formula, everything is in terms of tangent. Okay. Okay. Give you 2 more minutes. Okay. Try. Tangent 2x, you want to change to everything to x, you must use your double angle. Okay. So you must use addition and double angle. Usually they come hand in hand. All right. Both of you almost there or stuck? Brian, okay?
Not really.
Stuck with you.
Yeah.
Show me, can I see?
Okay.
Hmm. Right. Okay. Ollie can do? Okay, can we try? We try together. So let's see. So we have tangent 3x is tangent 2x plus x. So let's split it first. Okay, remember your tangent addition formula. Okay, be careful. If this is plus, this is minus. I explain one more time. So if we go back here, okay, we have tangent 2x plus tangent x. Okay, usually we write divide by something something, but I know that my tangent double angle formula has again another fraction. I don't want fraction in a fraction, I change it to divide. Okay, so 1 minus tangent 2x tangent x. Okay, I'm trying to prevent fraction in a fraction. So now tangent 2x, okay, go back up to your first page. Okay, if you can see, it's 2 tangent A, 1 minus tangent square A, very straightforward. So we do the same here. We have 2 tangent x, 1 minus tangent square x plus tangent x divided by 1 minus 2 tangent x over 1 minus tangent square x times another tangent x. Okay, because I got no space, so what I'm going to do here is, can you see that if I got tangent x, is top times top, bottom times bottom, this tangent here goes up. Okay, so tangent times tangent is tangent square. We just simplify first. We put here tangent square. Okay, whenever you see something divide by something, you try to make them into one fraction. The reason being, divide can change to times, you can flip and continue simplifying. So this is what we're going to do. This is over 1, so okay, we have 2 tangent x plus tangent x, 1 minus tangent square x. I make denominator the same. Okay, once I do that, right, actually the bracket is optional. Don't need to draw already. So same thing here, 1 minus tangent square x minus 2 tangent square x over 1 minus tangent square x. Divide now can change to times. You can flip. While I'm flipping, I simplify as well, okay? So we have 3 tangent x minus tangent cube x. Well, I got tangent cube. Okay, we have over 1 minus tangent square x times 1 minus tangent square x over 1 minus 3 tangent square x. Okay, can you see that this and this can cancel? They are the same thing, right? So I just cancel. Okay, then answer already lah. All right, so can you see how trigo proving is very similar to algebraic fraction? You just have to, when you have more than one fraction, divide by more than one fraction, try to make the base the same, combine them into one fraction so that you can change divide to times and flip. Okay, once you make the angle the same as the other side that you want to show, and the trigo the same as the other side that you want to show. The rest is just simplifying really. Once you're done writing, can you help me put a thumbs up? Okay, thank you. All right, okay. So I think you'll need a piece of paper. The next step a bit long. So the next part, okay, they ask you to find the values of this whole thing. So first thing you can see is, right, this is 3x, this is x. You must make the angle the same, okay, before you can solve. So every time when you do solving question, I will keep repeating, you make the angle the same, then you make the trigo the same. The angle and trigo must be the same, then you can start solving, okay? So to make angle the same, right, they help you already. This is equals to this. You can just copy this side, okay? So 3 tangent x minus tangent cube x over 1 minus 3 tangent square x equals to minus 5 tangent x. Okay, cross multiply. Minus 5 tangent x plus 15 tangent square x. I bring this bottom over, I times, and then this is what you get when you expand. Okay, so same thing, everything bring one side. Sorry, this one I write properly. This is tangent cube x. Okay, once you're done, everything bring one side equals to 0. 8 tangent x minus 16 tangent cube x equals to 0. Everything can divide by 8. Okay, you can divide by a number, but you cannot divide by x, cannot divide by trigo. So tangent x minus 2 tangent cube x equals to 0. Cannot divide by tangent, you can only factorize. So once you can do this, oh, by the way, when you do something times something equals to 0, we say that this equals to 0 or this equals to 0. It only applies to 0, okay? Cannot be 1, cannot be 2, cannot be other numbers. So now we got tangent x equals to 0. Tangent square x equals to half. So tangent x equals to plus minus square root 1 over 2. Okay, then know what to do already, right? We find basic angle, we find quadrant. In this case, equals to 0 and equals to plus minus both means all quadrant. So all quadrant. Okay, this is x between 0 and pi. So it's 0, x, pi. Okay, so we don't really want all quadrant because 0 to pi only first and second quadrant, right? So basic angle still 0. This one basic angle, wait, let me see. I put calculator. Tangent inverse square root 1 over 2. You get 0.6155. Cannot put in pi form, then you just put in decimal. So x will be 0 and pi. Okay, and 2 pi. All these you must reject. You know why? Because 2 pi is more than 0 to pi. But 0 and pi is non-inclusive. So everything here, you reject. Okay, say one more time. This one is exceeding your domain and 0 and pi is not inclusive of your domain. So everything reject. Then you only have the other one, x equals to 0.615. Actually, it's 616. Okay, don't need to find. Okay, actually, we need to find the second one. Okay, so pi minus. Okay, so we only find the first and the second quad because third and fourth is exceeding pi. So don't need already. Okay, so be careful with your domain, yeah?
Rachel, where do you get 2.53?
Second quadrant is pi minus alpha. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. If you are done with question 11, can you help me put a thumbs up? Brian? Okay. Question 12, I think your question there's some error. Can you help me change it? I think it's find the value of h. You stop there already. Help me put here if theta 1 plus theta 2 is 7, is 45. Okay. Now, look at this triangle, right? Can you put a note there? Every time when you see this sort of triangle, in A math, you got theta 1, theta 2, right? Okay, something like that also. Can you see it looks like two angle split into half, but not really half. Something like that. Usually, is addition formula and you must use tangent. Okay, all these questions, you must use tangent. Okay, the reason being, right, okay, how you know you must use addition formula? Because remember our formula, I keep telling you, never split the angle because you are not sure if it's 1 to 1. Okay, so definitely it's not 1 to 1, that's number one. So in order for you to find clues, right, usually is one triangle, the other triangle, and then the third triangle you put together. You must make use of all three triangles. Okay, so doing that means we must use addition formula. But if you look at addition formula, right, okay, I'll see here. Only tangent addition formula is one trigo function. You see, if A and B is unknown, right, you already got two unknowns. But if you were to use sine addition or cosine addition addition formula, you have four unknowns because each of this is an unknown. Each of this is an unknown. You got cosine A unknown, cosine B unknown, sine A and sine B unknown. Four unknowns. Okay, but if you change it to tangent addition formula, you only got two unknown, tangent A and tangent B. That's it. Okay, so we always use tangent addition formula. This one is the easiest. Okay, so regardless the question asks you for cosine or sine, if you know that you see the triangle is addition formula, you need to break it down. You use tangent. Okay, you found tangent A, you still can find cosine A by drawing triangle. So there's still hope if you use tangent. Okay, so let's see here first. The first question, okay, tells you that I want you to find for h if theta 1 plus theta 2 is 45. So tangent theta 1 plus theta 2. In this case, we split it first. Okay, we use tangent addition formula. Tangent theta 1 plus tangent theta 2 over 1 minus tangent theta 1 tangent theta 2. Then, if theta 1 plus theta 2 is 45, this side will be tangent 45, right? Tangent 45 is 1. Okay. Now, tangent 1, if you look at this triangle, this is a right angle triangle. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Tangent here is opposite over adjacent. So tangent theta 1 is 2 over h plus 3 over h over 1 minus 2 over h, 3 over h. So we just have to cross multiply. 1 minus 6 over h square is equals to 3h plus 2h over sorry, equals to 5 over h. Okay, everything times h square. H square minus 6 equals to 5h. H square minus 5h minus 6 equals to 0. H equals to 3. H equals to 2. Okay, values of h, both can. Oh, sorry. It's not. It's h equals to 6, h equals to minus 1. You reject negative. One answer. Okay, I just bring this over and then everything times h squared. You get it. All okay? Brian?
Yeah.
Copy ready, ah?
Yeah.
All right, next one. Okay, this one very easy. Can you help me find tangent alpha and tangent beta? Use triangle, okay? Alpha? Okay, ah. So tangent alpha, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So it's 1 over d. Tangent beta is opposite over adjacent. So it's just 6 over d. If you want to use this, can you both tell me what should I do? I should use addition formula to expand, right? Okay, so tangent beta minus alpha, can you try? And expand using addition formula, sub your values inside. Brian, when you're done, can the picture send me? Ollie also. Slowly sum, you will have a fraction in a fraction. So what do? The longest line change to divide, okay? Oh, very fast, huh? Brian, your booking cut off. Okay. All right, got it. Ollie, can? Okay, Brian's good. Is 5d over 6 plus d squared. Molly got the same. Only the part 1 plus d squared over 6. This is over 1, so you should times 6. Then like that. Okay. Careful. Then you will get. Okay. And then your divide don't change to times first. This is still a divide. Only when you combine them into one fraction, then you can change to times 6 over 6 plus d squared. Oh, wait. Sorry. I see what's wrong. You went to flip already. It's 1 plus 6 over d squared. Then d squared plus 6 over d squared. Then you can change to times. Only when you combine them into one fraction, then you can change to times. Okay. Then you got 5 over d right here. Then you can cancel. You will get this one. Huh? If it's two fraction, cannot flip. Let's combine to one first. Okay, can? Only when you're done, help me put a thumbs up, okay? Okay. All right. Okay, so then you guys know that beta minus alpha is 45, so tangent 45 is equals to this whole thing. So 1 is equals to 5d over 6 plus d square, same thing, cross multiply d square minus 5d plus 6 equals to 0. You get d equals to 3 or d equals to 2. When you guys done with this, can you help me put a thumbs up? Okay, great. Last one. Okay, maybe we can finish early. Last one. Okay. Now they tell me that cosine ABC is 5 over 13. So let's see. Cosine is A over H. Okay. So this is 5 unit. This is 13 units. Okay. I put unit because may not be the exact value. I just put units first. Okay. Then they tell me that tangent ABD is minus 1. So can I say that tangent DBC is 1 because tangent here is negative of tangent this. Correct? I say one more time. Tangent angle ADB is negative of tangent angle DBC. Right? Tangent this is minus of tangent this. Okay, only one trigo function don't have negative. That is your sine, right? Tangent or cosine has negative for obtuse. So, since tangent ADB is minus 1, I know that tangent angle DBC is equals to 1. So, tangent DBC is here, is equals to 1. Now, tangent is opposite over adjacent, right? Okay, tangent is this over this. So if this is 5 units, this must be 5 units so that you get 1. Am I right? So this part here is another 5 unit. Anyone don't understand this part? Okay, yeah? Early, okay, yeah? This part. All right. Then, now they want me to find for sine angle A, D, B. They want me to find for sine this one. So, remember, every time when you see this sort of triangle question, we know that we must use addition formula because we are breaking this into 2 parts. And should we use sine or cosine addition? No, because then you got too many unknown. We use tangent addition formula. So you write like that. Okay, this is A, this is B. Can I say that tangent? This one ADB is A lah. Okay, tangent A plus B. Split first is tangent A plus tangent B over 1 minus tangent A tangent B. Okay, I zoom in first. Tangent A plus B, right? Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So if this is 13, this is 5. Using Pythagoras theorem, this whole thing is 12 unit. Okay, so since everything is in terms of unit, I don't care already. So tangent A plus B is 12 over 5. Tangent A, I don't know. I just leave it as tangent A. Tangent B is 1. Can you guys see that I have only one unknown? Okay, let me show you what will happen if I get tricked and I use sine addition formula. Okay, this one don't copy. So if we get tricked and then we use sine addition formula, you will have sine A plus B is equals to sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B. So sine A plus B is 12 over 13. Okay, opposite over hypo. Sine A, I don't know. Cosine B, wow, this one you must put 5 over square root 50. Cosine A, again, I don't know. Sine B is 5 over square root 50. Can you see that there is 2 unknown to solve? Sine A and cosine A. 2 unknowns if I use sine addition formula. If you use cosine, you end up with the same thing. But I get stuck. Why I get stuck? Because this is the only thing I can form. I got only one equation, but 2 unknown. So stuck already. Can you see? So regardless of what they ask you, they can ask you for sine or cosine. You still use tangent addition formula. Okay, that's the simplest. So I erase this part. Okay, this is the reason why we don't use sine and cosine addition. From here onwards, we can just cross multiply. We get 12 minus 12 tangent A. Seventeen tangent A equals to 7. Tangent A is 7 over 17. Now you look at A, right? Angle A. Angle A is definitely an acute angle. It cannot be anything more than acute, right? So tangent is positive, is first and third quadrant, but A is acute. So it is in your first quadrant. So A is in first quadrant. If I ask you, okay, y'all see here first. If I got a trigo, I ask you for another trigo, can we solve for A? Cannot, ah. I ask you for one trigo, you have one trigo. Don't solve for A, we draw triangle. You only solve for A when they say solve. Okay, if not, you cannot get exact value. So we draw triangle. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. 17 square plus 7 square, square root. Okay, so you got square root. Your hypo is square root 338. You can play cheat a bit. Can you see here? They give you 26. Okay, you take 338 divide by 26, you will get 13. Okay, so 338 is 26 and 13, which is 2 and 13. So you got one pair, you take out one, is 13 square root 2. Okay, so now you want what? You want sine A. Okay, so sine A equals to sine angle ADB, which is opposite over hypo. 7 over 13 square root 2. You must show exactly what they want. The square root is not at the bottom. You must rationalize. Okay, times square root 2 times square root 2. 7 square root 2 over 26. Shown. Anything not clear? All okay. All right. Brian, all okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we use the addition formula. Okay, just to wrap up. Ollie, copy finish already? Haven't. Okay, sorry. When you're done copying, can you all put a thumbs up? Okay, great. So to use, just wrap up, to use addition formula is when they give me something like that, okay? Not a special angle. We must break it down using special angles. So 75 is 30 plus 45. 15 is 45 minus 30 or 60 minus 45. And then we expand using addition formula. Or they give me stuff like that, okay? They give me trigo, they want me to find another trigo. I must draw triangle and then expand first. Then you can sub it in. Okay, Ollie, you can try this by yourself. I think you can do this. So the third kind is when they give you 3A, you must stick to A and 2A. So all these three types, right, very easy to spot. Okay, is the last type, the triangle kind. Okay, that number 1, you must use addition formula. Number 2, you must use tangent addition formula. It must be tangent because only tangent, you get 2 unknown. Okay, sine or cosine, you get 4 unknown, which is too much. So these are the 4 types. After I do the basic advance, we will go on to addition. So just make sure that today, whatever I go through, you understand so that you won't be that blur. Okay, so in the advanced class, I will go through more of this type of question because this is the hardest to spot. All okay? Okay, then we finish with addition formula. If I'm seeing you for double angle, it will be next week, right? Okay, then next week we continue with double angle formula. Okay, Ollie, I'll upload this by tonight so you can watch the fun part. Okay, you can try first. I think you can do the fun part. Okay, then I'll see you this week before your class if you have workshop. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.